Now, it's all very well getting in touch with customer support, but do you know when to do that? How well does the average consumer know their rights? Well, I'm about to find out. I've come down to this high street and I'm going to be putting the general public's knowledge to the test. Do they know their consumer rights, or are they simply going to busk it? Armed with a wobbly table and some everyday household items.
A kettle.
Kettle.
I can recognise one of those.
Yeah, well done. I want to see if people know what their rights are when things go wrong. But there's a twist. Each one of these products are a different age. Some are simply unwanted and some are faulty. So will the great British public know what they're legally entitled to? Consumer expert Jane Hawkes will be on hand to read us our rights. I've got just a few questions just to test your consumer knowledge.
Okay.
How are you with consumer knowledge?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm particularly good.
We'll start with the basics. It won't get
Okay.
more complicated.
Oh, God.
So
Yeah.
let's try this.
Okay.
Toaster over here. You've bought it.
Yeah.
You love it. 2 weeks into having bought it,
Yeah.
it stops working.
Okay.
What do you do?
Do I still have the receipt?
You do.
My money back or a replacement? Maybe?
Correct.
Your money back or a direct replacement?
Perfect answer. Tim, that's a great start.
Well, with a 2-week-old product, then you have a 30-day to return anyway, and the item is faulty, which is the important bit. So under the Consumer Rights Act 2015, if something is not as described, not fit for purpose, or not of satisfactory quality, then you do have the right for a refund. But you could also ask for a repair or a replacement if you wish.
So take this kettle here. Let's say you've had it for 10 months. You no longer have the receipt. It's stopped working.
Yes.
What are your rights?
Probably nothing.
Des?
No, I don't think you've got any rights.
That's the most common fallacy, because you don't need a receipt in these instances. You just need proof of purchase, whatever that might be, even if it's just on your bank statement.
If I'm honest, it would probably depend on how much I paid for the kettle, because if I bought it for like a tenner, I would probably just go.
Your kettle from a 10. OK, let's try a slightly trickier one. What happens when you don't want an item, but you've ripped it out of its packaging? I can see you're an avid games person.
No.
But let's say you've bought something like a games controller or anything. It could be anything.
Yeah.
You've bought it, you've taken it home, you've opened the packaging, you've thought, no, I don't fancy it, I
don't
want a
like it,
refund.
yeah.
Can you return it?
Yes, I think they would. Britain. I think they would give me a refund.
I think you've got me there.
You are a lawyer.
Yeah,
Something
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I can go and try and return it, but I think it's very much at the discretion of the store.
You are absolutely right.
God.
It's not faulty. So it doesn't come under the Consumer Rights Act 2015 in the 3 areas of not being as described, not being of satisfactory quality, and not being fit for purpose. It's just that you have decided that you don't want it, but you're not automatically entitled to that return. It will be at the discretion of the store in question.
OK, let's end on a toughie. A damaged item, but it's over 6 months old. Blender.
Yeah.
You bought it from a
Okay.
store, bricks and mortar store, it's brand new. You've taken it home, it's still in the box, and you've been so busy, Nina.
Haven't opened it.
You haven't opened it. And you decide, I'm going to have that smoothie I've been promising
Yeah,
myself.
yeah.
You open it up, and it's broken.
Right.
What are your rights?
I think if you have the receipt, then maybe they'll replace it or refund it.
What do you think the shop would say according to the law?
According to the law, they'd probably say hard luck.
OK, that was a bit of a trick question, as it's up to you to prove the damage was there to begin with. But in theory, you can get it exchanged.
It is your responsibility as the customer to ensure that any product you receive is checked on receipt, to check that it isn't damaged and to check that it is of satisfactory quality and is as described under the Consumer Rights Act 2015. So you have had adequate time to notify the company of the damage to this particular item. So what you would need to do is to approach them to see if there's any kind of goodwill gesture and then if an exchange is possible. The onus is on you as the customer to prove that that damage was inherent at the start of your purchase.